The learning outcome of this lecture is explain solar radiation and its measurement. The specific outcome is explain solar radiation. For more details, refer pveducation.org. Solar radiation. What is solar radiation? Why solar radiation is important? What is the necessity of solar radiation? The main purpose of this solar radiation is to generate electricity by means of solar energy system. So the solar radiation is nothing but the energy we get from the sun that will fall on the earth. Solar radiation is the radiation or energy we get from the sun. It is also known as shortwave radiation. Solar radiation comes in many forms such as visible light, radio waves, heat, X-rays, ultraviolet radiation, so on. There are many forms of radiations coming from the solar energy, but all these radiations cannot be used for the generation of electricity. And this visible light alone can be used for the generation of electricity. The sun delivers energy by means of electromagnetic radiation. So solar radiation is also known as electromagnetic radiation. This is a 100% incoming solar radiation or solar energy from the sun. Out of this 100%, 51% is observed by the Earth's surface. 19% is observed by the atmosphere and clouds. And 6% is reflected from the atmosphere, 20% is reflected from the clouds, and 4% is reflected from the Earth's surface. Remember that out of 100%, 51% is observed by the atmosphere, 19% is observed by the atmosphere and clouds. 6%, 20%, and 4% are reflected from the atmosphere, clouds, and Earth's surface. Here, 51% is observed by the Earth's surface. All the 51% of the incoming solar radiation is not converted into electricity. As we have discussed that the incoming solar radiation has different electromagnetic spectrum as visible light spectrum, radio waves, heat, X-rays, and so on. Of this, only the visible light electromagnetic spectrum is possible to convert into electricity. So, the visible light electromagnetic spectrum has a frequency range of 350 nanometers to 1150 nanometers. In this frequency alone can be converted into electricity. Remaining, it is not possible to generate into electricity. Now we are going to discuss about types of solar radiation. Types of solar radiation are classified into three categories. First one is your direct radiation. Second one is your diffuse radiation, and third one is your global radiation. Based on the classification, direct radiation is also called as a beam radiation. This radiation comes from the sun directly, falls on the solar panel or the earth's surface, is called as direct radiation. Diffuse radiation, or is also called as indirect radiation, that is the radiation falling on the solar panel indirectly from the cloud or from the atmosphere, is called as diffuse radiation. The radiation falling on the solar panel directly is known as direct radiation. Diffuse radiation, or scattered or suspended from the clouds, falls on the earth's surface or panel, is known as a diffuse radiation. And global radiation is a combination of both direct radiation and diffuse radiation. Direct radiation. Direct radiation is also called as beam radiation or direct beam radiation. Solar radiation is traveling in a straight line from the sun to the earth or the solar panel. When the sky is clear, 85% of the solar radiation strikes the ground. Pyranoheliometer is an instrument used to measure direct radiation. Diffuse radiation. Diffuse radiation is a solar radiation reaches the Earth's surface or the solar panel after being scattered from the direct solar beam by molecules or particles of the atmosphere. The instrument used to measure diffuse radiation is pyranometer. Global radiation. The sum of direct and diffuse radiation is called as global radiation. The most common measurement of solar radiation is a total radiation on a horizontal surface, often referred as a global radiation on the surface. Pyranometer is an instrument used to measure both direct and diffuse radiation. So these are the three classifications of solar radiation. In this lecture, we have discussed about what is solar radiation, what are the types of solar radiation. Hope all have understood the concept of solar radiation and its type. Let's all meet in the next session. Thank you.